Hello, good morning friends. Welcome back to your favorite channel Code One Digest. Today in this tutorial I am going to cover function and casting in TypeScript. Yes friend, we'll understand what is function, how to define function, how to define the return type of function, how to define parameters of a function, and we'll also understand how to do a typecasting in TypeScript, right? So stay tuned and watch this tutorial till end. It is going to be very exciting and very informative tutorial for you. Okay friends? Friends, in the previous video, I covered interface, alias, and union topic. So if you have not seen the previous video, go and watch the previous video. It is going to be very exciting. If you want to learn interface, how to define interface in TypeScript, what are the complex object type in TypeScript, how to define alias of variable, how to use union in TypeScript. So go and watch the previous tutorial. The link is there on your screen and also given in the description section of this video. Okay friends, I have also created a complete playlist of a TypeScript. You can go and watch all the videos in that playlist lesson by lesson. I have explained the different topics, right? The lesson one explain you how to install, configure and set up TypeScript in your machine, how to use it, right? How to compile your code, how to run your code. So all of that is a part of very first lesson and I have covered various topic in following lessons. Okay friends, so here is the agenda of this tutorial. I am going to cover a function, what is function, how to define function, how to define return type of a function, how to define argument of a function, right? How to have optional parameters of a function and so on. So there are various topic I'm going to cover in the function and then I'll also cover typecasting in the TypeScript, how to do a typecasting, how to convert a data type of a variable. So we'll see all of that in this video. Okay friends. Okay friends, so I have opened the Visual Studio Code now. I'll explain you first the function. So let me open function.ts. I have created this file where I have coded multiple examples. Okay, let's see one by one. So TypeScript has a specific syntax for typing function parameters and return values. Okay, in exercise 1, we'll see how to define a return type for a function, right? If you have coded in C, C++ or Java, we always have a return type of a function. So how to define a return type of a function that we'll see here in this example. So the syntax is very similar to Java. Function and the function name, right? Function followed by the function name and then colon return type of that function. Okay, so return type comes after the colon. The way we define a variable name, colon, its type. Same way, the function name, colon, and its return type. Okay, so what I'm saying, get time is a function and it will return value as a number. Okay, function get time will return number and then curly bracket, function body goes inside this curly bracket and this function is returning new date dot get time. This get time is actually returns a numeric value, number value, right friends? And then in console.log I'm calling that function get time. So in this function, I don't have any parameters, don't have any argument, but we'll see those example in next exercise. Now let's see exercise 2, where a function can have a void return type. That means the function will not return anything. This concept is similar to Java, right? In Java also you can define a void and the function will not return anything. In TypeScript also you can define void function. So the syntax is function function name, function bracket, then colon, void. So void is a keyword here, and we say that this method will not return anything. So in this method, I am just logging the message and it will not accept any return statement. If I try to add return statement, that gives me error. It says type data is not assignable to type void, right? So as we have defined void function, so it will not accept this return statement, hence I am commenting it, right friends? So you can define function with a void return type. Now let's see exercise 3, how to define a parameter in a function. This is important. Parameter function parameters are typed with a similar syntax as variable declaration. If no parameter type is defined, TypeScript will default it to any. Okay. If you don't define a type of parameters, then by default, TypeScript will assume it as a any. Any is one of the special data type and which can accept value of type any. Okay. It can hold the value string or it can hold the value numeric and so on. So if you don't define a specific type, by default, it will fall to any. Now let's see the syntax of arguments of a function. Function name here, let's say multiply is the name of the function, and then argument A. Argument A colon number. That means this argument A is of type number. It's a numeric argument. Then comma, and this is second argument. Argument B colon number. That means second parameter is also of number type. So this method multiply is having two parameters A and B and both are of number type. Now after this colon number, that means this method is going to return number. Return type of this function is number. And then body of that function. So what I'm returning? I'm returning A multiplied by B. Hence it is returning a numeric value. Right friends? Clear? So at line number 23, I'm calling that function multiply by passing two values 2 and 3. So it will return me the multiplied value of those two numbers. So you understood how we define the type of arguments and return type of function, right? So if you see at line number 25, it is similar to previous example at line number 20. Only thing is here I have not defined the return type. What would be the return type of my function, but it is automatically detecting it as we are doing the operation on to number, hence it will return a numeric value. So it will be taken care automatically by TypeScript. We can also define number like this. What is the return type of my function? And if you don't define, it will automatically resolve it. So here I am printing the values, calling the function and printing the values, and I am also printing the type of to see what value it is returning where I have not given the return type. Now exercise 4, how to define optional parameters. There may be a scenario where we want to define few parameters as optional parameter. So we learn, right, how to define a optional properties in a object, right? Same way we define a optional argument here in function. So function and then A of type number, B of type number and C of type number, but C is a optional parameter. And this function will also return a number. So I am doing an operation here, A plus B plus C. And if C is available, then only consider the value of C, otherwise consider 0. That's how it is returning me the value of operation. So you noticed how we define optional variable name followed by question mark. So at line number 37 and 38, I'm calling this function with 2 argument and 3 argument and both are working fine. Right friends? Now let's see exercise 5. Default value, right? You would have seen in Java and in other language where we can define the default value to arguments of a function. This is how you define the default value. Divide default test, right? Variable A of type number, variable B of type number is equals to 1. This is equals to 1 tells that this is a default value of B. If I call this function only with one value, that is A, and if I don't give the value to B, then it will consider as 1. This is how you define the default value. B colon number is equals to 1. That means variable name, its data type, and is equals to default value of the variable. I'm doing operation A divided by B, right? Now at line number 46 and 47, I'm calling this function divide default test with two values and with one value also. So at line number 46, when I'm giving 10 and 2, so it is accepting 2 into argument B, but at line number 47 when I'm passing 20, so it is taking that 20 into A and B will be with the default value 1, Right, friends? Clear? Now let's see exercise 6, named parameter, right? When we want to call the function with a name parameter. So name parameter typing name parameters follows the same pattern as typing normal parameter. Let's see example, name parameter test, and then it will take two argument, A and B, and it will take in this format, A of type number and B of type number. So the input should come in this format. Now let's see an example. I'm calling that function named parameter test, and then I'm calling it with a named parameter like curly bracket A colon 20 B colon 5. So this whole JSON will go as an input as it is a named parameter. Right, friends? Now exercise 7, rest parameter. Rest parameters can be of type like normal parameter, but the type must be an array, as the rest parameter are always array. You don't know number of argument you can have, so that time we use rest, right? So here it is defined A number, B number, rest also number, and it's array. So how do we call it? We will see that with example. I'm passing A as a 10, B as a 10, and rest is 10, 10. That means it has its length is 2. So we'll see the sum is coming out here 22, 10 plus 10 plus 2. So it will be 22. We'll see that. Okay, friends. So now what I'll do is I'll run this and see the result of this file. Let us do that. Yes, I have opened a console. Now what I'll do is I'm inside that lesson 5 function. I'll say tsc function.ts. Right? Now it will compile the file and create a JavaScript file for me. Yet it is done. Now I'll write a node function.js, right? So see, it is printing the timestamp here as a number, then void function where it is just printing the message, but it's not returning anything. Here we have multiplied two values, 3 into 2, 6. We are summing here 8. Type of we are printing number, and these are the output of those operations that we have done. Friends, before we proceed in this video, I request you to subscribe this channel to grow Code One Digest family. Friends, I am creating a lot of quality videos on programming, coding concepts, design pattern and design principles, cloud and container technologies, but I'm not getting subscribers. I request you to like, share and subscribe this channel so that I can grow our Code One Digest family. Thank you. Okay friends, so now let's see the casting. Okay, how do we do the casting of a data type in TypeScript? What is casting? Casting is of converting data type of a variable into other type, right? So there are times where it is necessary to override the type of a variable, right? So such as where the incorrect types are provided by a library. So casting is a process of overriding a type. Let's see that with example. Okay, exercise 1. Casting with as a straightforward way to cast variable is using the keyword as keyword. I'm defining a string into a variable x of type unknown, and then here I'm printing that x as a string. So here the x is getting typecast into a string, right? And then here I'm printing the length of the string. So x as a string dot length, right friends? So here it will print at line number 6, it will print the string. This is casting test, and here at line number 7 it will print the length of that string. Now we have to understand that casting doesn't change the data type of the data. Let's understand with the example. So at line number 10, I'm defining a variable myvar of type unknown and having a value 4. It's a number value. Now console.log myvar as string. I'm converting that into a string and trying to print a length. Okay, it will print undefined because 4 is not a string, 4 is a number. Okay, it's a numeric value, hence it will print undefined. We will see that it will print undefined at line number 11. Now exercise 3, casting with this operator less than and greater than sign. So this is one of the way of casting using as operator. Now this is another way of casting it. So let's say variable hello of type unknown and string is hello. Now in console.log, I'm typecasting this unknown variable using this operator as a string variable. So this syntax is very similar to Java. In Java also, we typecast like this, but we use a small bracket. And at line number 16, we are typecasting and printing the length of that string, right? So this is very simple and easy to understand. I would recommend you to go and play with this code so that you will get used to the syntax and semantics of TypeScript. Okay, friends? Okay, friends. So now let me run this and show you the output of this code. Let me go to the console. Yes. Now I'll do tsc casting.ts. Yes, so it's compiling the code and create a JavaScript file for me. Now what I'll do is I'll type node casting.js, right? Let's run this. So see, it is printing, this is a casting test. It is printing 20 as a number. As I said, right, it will print undefined. Here we are printing hello, and this is printing the 5. Okay, friends? Friends, you need not to worry about the code. The code is uploaded into a GIT repository in Code1.digest. This is a project TypeScript complete tutorial. Here you will find all the lessons like lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the exercises are given here lesson by lesson. The first lesson, I've explained you how to set up, install, and configure TypeScript. And then whatever topic I have covered, it is given here lesson wise. So go and clone this repository, download the code, just open the project into your Visual Studio Code and start using it. You can run it, you can modify it as per your requirement, right, friend? So you need not to start from the scratch. You can download this repository and play with it. Okay, friends? Friends, if you like this video, so give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for the more interesting videos. Click on the bell icon for the latest video notifications and do not forget to share this video with all your friends and colleagues. This is very useful information for students, beginners and software engineers. I am putting a lot of efforts in creating these contents. So please help me growing the Code One Digest family. Please subscribe to Code One Digest channel for the latest programming and technology related videos. Thank you.